In this video, I'm going to show you how you can set up tools for your sub spindle in there. So first things first, make sure you're in MDI mode. Come up here, you'll normally be defaulted in G54. All you're going to do is hit G55 and a block insert. Right there, I'm going to hit cycle start and you'll see those numbers will change right there. So now I'm in G54 mode. So what I normally do is I set the main spindle as G54 and then the sub is G55. So I just turned G55 as the active work offset. So that's what you want to do first thing. Second, let's say I'm setting up this finishing tool here. You're just going to come over and probe it like you normally would on the Renishaw, on the left side and then on the top, depending on where your insert is. So once you're done with that, you can come over in MDI, turn the spindle on, take a small little facing pass, come over here in offsets. Let's see here. Hit offset again, go into work. G55, same procedure. You'd hit Z0 plus or decimal point, then you'd hit measure. So for example, if I go down here to Z and I do Z0 decimal there, I could hit measure and that would update my Z number. Obviously I don't want to do that because I've already set mine up. And you do the same thing with X. So you'd come over here, you cut a small feature. If you don't have material that you're able to cut, you can use the paper method where you use a little piece of paper as a shim more or less, and then you offset it from there. So let's say I turn a diameter, let's say it's 1.5, you'd come up here, you'd enter an X 1.5, measure, and that's how you set your G54 offsets for not only your part, but for your tool. So you set up the tools more or less the same. For setting the actual workpiece offset, that's the process you do it. And one thing to keep in mind is this is Z0, for example, right? The front face is Z0. This is a positive number now. So if I send this tool to Z plus 1 inch, it's going to go that way 1 inch, not off the part. So the way this machine works is all numbers, all values, Z starting from this side is positive all the way, and it keeps going. It doesn't switch directions. It's all the way throughout. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you're checking tool offsets and running your program. So make sure Mastercam posts for, it's positive, it's not a negative number. So that's something to double check. So that's how you set your G55 offsets for your sub spindle.